Joe Willock, great to talk to you. And the first thing I have to bring up is the reception you got at St. James's Park. It was amazing. It's one of my favorite stadiums to visit. I mean, how did it feel for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of overwhelming, it was something that I can always look back on and smile at, it was something that made me so excited to just put on that shirt again and play.
It's also quite an amazing story that you've had. The cameras spotted you beside your father and your mother. Given the fact you're still 21, how did your parents feel about this move? I mean, they must have been so proud.
Yeah, they are very proud, They've always been supportive of me and everything, every decision I've made to do, they've always been behind me and sort of helped me. So to see that reception for their youngest kid, it was amazing for them, and it was sort of that sort of welling up moment in their belly.
I can imagine. And you've spoken about some of the harder times your family went through when you were younger, late shifts and food rationing. I mean, how big of a deal is it for her to see a club pay big money for such a fantastic player?
Yeah, it's thank you for calling me fantastic. It's amazing, I feel like throughout the whole of our journey, we've always sort of had the focus of trying to make each of me and my brothers professional footballers. So for me to take this step in my career, it's amazing for them, and they're very proud, and all their hard work is sort of paying off.
You picked up on the fact I called you fantastic, but there's no other way to describe your form last season when you were on loan at Newcastle. I mean, you couldn't have envisioned something going so well. So when this move came about, it must have been the number one thing on your mind to make it permanent, not a loan.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there was little whispers about me coming on loan back here, but I always wanted to fully commit to Newcastle United and sort of start my career like a stepping stone here again, and sort of help to just focus on and not having the focus on going back to another team, but just be signed here permanently.
What about the language? I've seen a couple of interviews. You said you understand the Geordie accent better. I can relate. My wife, English isn't even her first language, and she studied in Newcastle for 5 years. She struggled. So how have you come to terms of understanding the Geordies?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it, to be fair. I'm picking up on a few words and sort of getting involved and trying to ask what does that mean and sort of, but it's not too hard, to be fair. It's only when they talk. It's only when they talk quick. It's sort of hard.
Yeah, I know the feeling. What about the dressing room? How does the Newcastle dressing room differ to what we saw in the Arsenal side? Big changes, do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more like sort of players that are, I wouldn't say like similar to me, but sort of like, how can I explain it? No, to be fair, it's sort of different, yeah. I appreciate Arsenal dressing room, but I prefer Newcastle's dressing room.
Yeah. And do you find now at the age of 21, you're starting to find your own style out there on the pitch? You've spoken about Thierry Henry being such a huge influence on you. He's your idol. He was a coach at Arsenal and an Arsenal legend. But are you now stamping your own identity on the game?
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to find myself, in sort of where I want to be and what I want to do on the pitch, and I'm sort of getting used to my body again and sort of trying to put my own identity on the midfield. So that's something I love. Scoring goals is something I love to do, and I was lucky enough to score 11 last season, and I want to push on from that.
What does Steve Bruce say about you? What kind of chats have you had with him? Where do you fit into his team, his system from this season onwards in a tactical sense?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you all the things that we speak about, but he just wants me to play free, He gives me the license to get from box to box and get in the box and score goals, and that's something that I thrive off. So he's a manager that is a perfect fit for me, and I really respect the gaffer.
Allan Saint-MAXIMIN, I spoke to him quite late on last season in the final few months, and we talked about you because your goal scoring form was just so good.
He run fast, he can score goal, his technique, he have good ability. So for me, it's a really, really good player. We need more player like him, I think, if we want to be to the top 10. But that's why, you know, when you bring a player like Willock, you know, even me, I feel more comfortable because, you know, he helps the team to play well, to draw, to win. So it's really important to have more players like Joe Willock in a team.
So let's talk about Allan Saint-MAXIMIN because he talks so highly about you. What a player he is, by the way. But how big a role did he have in making the decision easier for you to join Newcastle? A player like him.
Yeah, for sure. He's a player that is so talented. You know, you see it every week. Every week, you see how much talent he has and how important he is for our team. You know, so when I was speaking to him, to be fair, I was speaking to him a lot. Probably like every other day, leading up to coming back here, and he was just trying to encourage me and sort of telling me that what we plan to do this season, you know, and we were sort of encouraging each other, and it was something that another addition that pushed me over the line to sign.
Does he still play the best music in the dressing room? French music, I gather.
He does. He plays a lot of French music. He does. What? Yeah, his music's
Are you
good. Yeah,
are you learning?
I'm trying to.
Step by step. His English was excellent, so I presume now is your turn to reciprocate and learn a bit of French. What is your favorite thing about Allan Saint-MAXIMIN? We know what he can do on the pitch, but what's he like off the field? You're speaking to him so often. He's got a wicked sense of fashion. That's one thing for sure.
I mean, for me, is how he's very funny. You know, he makes me laugh a lot. I feel like we share the same sense of humour, and that's good. And sort of like we have the same sort of background and same, like, we just get on a lot, you know. Yeah, but I'll say the favourite thing about him is probably sense of humour.
You've said what a big impact he's had in you joining Newcastle. He wanted you to play at Newcastle. He said that to me in the earlier interview. Well, what are Newcastle looking to achieve this season? They've got you on board. It wasn't the best start on the weekend, but still a long way to go. Fans have been craving for positive football. Do you feel that's part of the identity of Newcastle for this season?
Yeah, of course. It's something that we've been building on even towards the back end of the season, and sort of every day I've been training and being in meetings. So we're building on sort of building identity and sort of playing the way that Newcastle should play, you know, and winning football matches and competing every week in, week out. So that's something that we're building on, and I feel like we have the players and the managers to do so.
Final request. Do you have a message for the Newcastle fans here in Malaysia? We're a long way from St. James's Park, but we follow, all the fans here follow their teams passionately.
Yeah. Hello, it's Joe Willock here from Newcastle United. Hello, fans from Malaysia. I just want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for always following us, and thank you for cheering on us every week. You know, this year is going to be a good year for us. I can feel it, and I hope that one day you can come down to St. James's Park and we can all see your faces. Hopefully, see you soon.
Awesome. Joe, best of luck regaining the fitness back and, of course, starting a game very, very soon and for the rest of the season.
Yeah. See you soon.